The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield. I am Dustin Starr, coming to you from the Memphis Wrestling Wrestle Center here in Memphis, Tennessee, where we have a huge card for you here today, where we focus on the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champions Showcase, or better known as the Best of the Bodega, because in 2021, the Bodega ran roughshod over the tag team division here in the United Wrestling Network. And first, we're going to show you the Bodega defending United Wrestling Network tag team titles against the Young Goats from Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, this was before the Young Goats became the Memphis Wrestling tag team titles. Then we're going to hop over to Center Stage, Championship Wrestling from Atlanta, where the Bodega defended the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Championships against the Awakening. And it didn't stop there. In today's main event, fresh off their hit single Heat Street, Midnight Heat, along with Guy Tweakazetti, go head-to-head for the United Wrestling Network Tag Team titles against the Bodega. Here we are! It's bell time on Championship Wrestling, presented by CarShield. Oh, yeah!
What a way to kick off the action this week on Championship Wrestling. The United Wrestling World Tag Team titles on the line. Todd Kennelly, Blake Bulletproof Troop joining us, the host and commentator and expert on all things Championship Wrestling from Memphis, Dustin 5-Star. Tell us about the Young Goats.
Oh, man, you just wait. I don't have to say very much because you're about to see the Young Goats in action. We saw them a couple of weeks ago. They came out victorious. Zay Washington, he is the chosen one. Big Aaron Roberts is the problem child, and together, they are the Young Goats. 19-year-old sensations. These guys are spectacular and could be bringing the United World Tag Team titles back to Memphis.
Huge matchup coming your way, and yep, a lot of hardware could be heading to Memphis. More on that momentarily. And here comes the Bodega, where you can get anything you want, including a beatdown. And Slice Boogie got a victory on his way into this matchup. We saw he won that game of rock, paper, scissors to represent the Bodega in tag team action. We saw Danny Limelight victorious against Honest John. And boy, your thoughts on the one-man Lucha Gang, Papo Esco.
Man, King Fat Boy Papo Esco, he's always in the YouTube chat, I'll tell you that. And he talks trash each and every Saturday. That's youtube.com/Championship Wrestling. Shout out to the people that are watching and chatting live with us. But that guy right there, Papo Esco, he's the last man that I'd want to see in a dark alley or anywhere one-on-one. And as you know, the Bodega, it's never one-on-one.
No, always the numbers game. You'll always pay the street tax. That is for certain. Tag team titles on the line. Our first of two title matches, both matches featuring talent from Championship Wrestling from Memphis. We will certainly talk about that. But first, here to set the stage, the voice of the United Wrestling Network ring, Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. From Memphis, Tennessee, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, the problem child, Aaron Roberts, and the chosen one, Zay Washington, the Young Goats.
They look loose. They look ready. Do the challengers.
Laser focus, Todd.
And introducing the champions, being accompanied to the ring by Danny Limelight. at a combined weight of 536 pounds. They are the United World Tag Team Champions, the King Fat Boy, Papo Esco, and the King of the Concrete Jungle, Slice Boogie, the Bodega.
Stage is set. United World Tag Team titles on the line. The Bodega taking on the Young Goats. And when you're in there with the Bodega, it's almost like pick your poison, whether it's the Bullies and you got Papo Esco and Slice Boogie, or you've got the radioactive Poppy in there and his brand of agility. Always a dangerous combination.
Bulletproof Troop, there's not a weak link on the Bodega. Anywhere.
Absolutely not. Not only is there not a weak link, but all of these guys are known for having a mean streak, particularly the big man, King Fat Boy, Papo Esco.
It looks like it's going to be King Fat Boy Papo Esco in there with the heavy hitter of the Young Goats, Aaron Roberts, and two big men about to clash horns, two big heavyweights, that heavyweight hoss fight mentality. You got to love that.
Man, dare I say this is Championship Saturday, Championship Sunday, whichever day that you're watching Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. It's all on the line today. United World Tag Team titles could come back to Memphis. United TV title could come back to Memphis. This is big for Championship Wrestling from Memphis, but I'm going to call it right down the middle here.
Potentially huge.
Man, these are two big boys right here, and they are very evenly sized, and neither one looks scared or ready to back down from the other. Oh, I'm ready for this action to start picking up, boys.
Aaron Roberts, certainly somebody that has the size and stature, at least on paper, could hang and go one-on-one with King Fat Boy. King Fat Boy trying to get the little shortcut there, tried to grab a hold of the locks in controlling the arm now. Papo Esco. Boy, big power struggle here.
Yeah, now this is a very unique individual that we're talking about in Aaron Roberts. He is a big man. He's the big man of the tag team, but the pace usually picks up when he hits the ring. He means business, very agile for a near 300-pounder.
Both these guys are very smart. They're locking on holds, then making the other guy move their weight. It's so early in the matchup that both guys have a ton of energy. And if they can slow each other down by resting on each other, making the other one move them, it could slow down their pace.
Well, we'll see who gets the early advantage, champions or challengers. This tag team title match continues right after this.
I'm here with CarShield World Champion Rick.
Woo! CarShield's America's favorite money-saving, roadside assistant, tow truck calling, rental car getting, and teamed up with your truly. Woo!
Welcome to Fightin' 60. I'm Josh Chernoff. Let's take a quick look at everything Fight has to offer this week in the world of pro wrestling. This week kicks off on Tuesday, January 4th at 3 a.m. Eastern with the two-day event of New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 16 from the historic Tokyo Dome in Japan, and can be purchased as a bundle, saving a quarter of the price. Of course, day 2 comes to you on January 5th at 3 a.m. Eastern. On Friday, January 7th, VXS versus No Peace Underground, Already Dead, comes to you live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we wrap up the week with some major action as Impact Wrestling presents Hard to Kill 2022, live at 8 p.m. Eastern. As always, check Fight.tv for availability and time in your market, as well as our wide array of free content each and every day. I'm Josh Chernoff, and this has been Fight in 60.
Welcome back, everyone. Championship Wrestling, United Tag Team titles on the line. Pace quickens between these two behemoths. They connect, center of the ring. Neither man backs down, neither man gives an inch.
This is what I want to see.
Yeah, that was a big collision. Now these boys are going toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring.
Boy, not too many people going to take a number to throw hands with Papo Esco. Getting the better of him right there momentarily was Aaron Roberts. Back and forth seesaw.
They're too young to know better, Todd.
19 years old, you
I
said.
wouldn't throw hands with King Fat Boy either, but Aaron Roberts would.
Yep, Aaron Roberts. And I'll tell you what, a big man that's controlling Papo Esco right now, but full head of steam by the one-man Lucha Gang. And, you know, I'm told that the young goats started at the age of 13. And Blake, as you know, whether it be pro wrestling, and look at this, nice takedown by Papo to ground him, and now the ground and pound, whether it be MMA, kickboxing, or pro wrestling, competitors started younger and younger.
Absolutely, Ned. The more young somebody starts, the more fluid their movements are, the better understanding of the game they have. And that's why he can pull slick counters into counterattacks exactly like that. I'm very impressed with Roberts thus far.
Spinning back fist, and now there's the agility you spoke of, Dustin.
Enziguri, and I don't mean sushi. That one's from Maria, by the way. Big tag to Zay Washington. He is so spectacular. You're in for a treat on this one, fans.
Boy, look at this tandem offense here, and now the chosen one picking up where Roberts left off, trying to springboard into that stunner, but makes a tag. So that was a nice audible called, and the big man takes down Esco again.
Drop kick by Aaron Roberts, and King Fat Boy was just too big for Zay Washington to hit that cutter off the ropes.
Yeah, he came very close to hitting that. He misjudged the distance slightly, and had he been able to land that, that could have been the changing of the titles here.
Well, guys, conventional wisdom in professional wrestling will tell you to hit a stunner on somebody, they'd have to have a neck. Esco does not.
That's true. Very true, and it's a good thing, too.
Here comes Slice Boogie for the first time in this matchup. Slice looks fresh and ready to get it on.
He's a bully. They say Slice Boogie is the bully of the Bodega. I think they're all three bullies, but that's a whole different story.
King of the concrete jungle, but it was the chosen one that beat him to the punch, at least with that kick. But now, boy, rough neck tactics here by Slice Boogie. You don't want to get cornered by him.
I'd like to see Slice Boogie set up his strikes a little better. He's just coming out and throwing big shots, and that's why he got countered early on.
The agility of Zay Washington moving out of the way there.
Nice arm drag. Beautifully done. Follows it up. Boy, tell you, this team looking good. They've been on a winning streak in Memphis. They're on a winning streak here. Got the victory, and I love the moxie. I love the intestinal fortitude. One big win, they called out the biggest dogs, they called out the champs, and they got themselves an opportunity. And they're making good right now. Zay Washington having some trouble, though.
High risk, high reward, or it can get you in a little bit of trouble.
Wow.
Fall away slam there. Zay Washington's in trouble, and he's in the wrong part of town.
One thing I like about the young goats is as soon as they start getting some momentum going, they really start to run with, they really start to run with it, but Slice Boogie just cut that momentum
Into
off.
the cover.
Pin attempt.
Yeah, boy, what'd you say about momentum? Now Slice has it. That big springboard elbow in the corner, and you talked about it. High risk, not high reward for the young goats, and Zay Washington finds himself in a tough place to be.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the worst places you can be in the United Wrestling Network, is in the corner of the Bodega, getting beat down.
Absolutely, hands down. You do not want to be stuck in the corner of the Bodega.
Boy, King Fat Boy, you don't want to be in a precarious position using that big bowling ball style head. You got some bowling alleys there in Memphis.
How much do you think King Fat Boy's head weighs?
Yeah,
look at that thing.
I'm gonna guess it's about 20 pounds.
Use it as a weapon. Why not, right? This is
that's what Papo thinks too. Use it as a weapon.
Absolutely the biggest match in the young goats' short career. Like you said, they do have the experience, but there's a big difference there of somebody like Slice Boogie and Papo Esco and the young goats here.
He was stuck in the cuffs with Zay Washington. He was in that corner store. He saw his wrists were tucked into the turnbuckle, so there was nowhere to go. But now being very elusive, finds his way into a sleeper hold. Well, that's been time tested in Memphis, and locked it in, but counter suplex by Slice.
Great counter by Slice Boogie. It seems like the Bodega are one step ahead. Near fall there.
Yeah, Washington's been doing a fantastic job of using his agility to get out of the way of attacks and counter Slice Boogie. But that time, Slice just muscled him back and dropped him on his back.
Zay Washington finding himself in some deep water right now. Don't know if he knows which way is up. Has got to get a breather and find a way to tag Aaron Roberts back into this thing. Wow, look at that, though. Beautiful drop kick.
Right on the button. Young Goats are one of the most popular tag teams in Memphis wrestling because of things like that, the maneuvers that they're able to pull off. And if he makes the tag to that man right there, the problem child, Aaron Roberts, business is about to get hot.
He's on the wrong side right now, though. The body positioning not favoring Zay Washington. And we'll see if Slice elects to try and nullify the tag attempt. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, if they can keep Washington in there for a little bit longer, they might be able to put him away. They have done a lot of damage on Washington thus far.
Nice kickoff there. And there's the tag.
tag.
Here comes the big man.
Oh, man, using all that body weight. Another big shot for Esco on the outside, trying to make him a non-factor. What a forearm there by Aaron Roberts. The problem child is a big problem for the tag team champs, guys.
Yeah, he is in there throwing some bombs right now. He has dropped Slice Boogie and has King Esco in the corner hurt.
Full head of steam. Oh, look at this double team offense there. Almost like smash and dash of PP Ray back in the day here in the United Wrestling Network. Oh, Michinoku driver. Beautifully done.
Young Goats are cleaning house.
Bodega in deep trouble here. Got to go for something big. Now's the time if you're the Young Goats. Washington focused on Esco back in the ring. Powerbomb. Powerbomb by Roberts. Oh, the titles are going back to Memphis.
This could be it. There's the tag to Zay Washington. Put the finishing touches on Slice Boogie here.
All the way up top. Looking for a 450. Danny Limelight.
Come on, Todd.
Danny Limelight grabbed the leg there, Dustin, and pulled his man to safety.
We've got a great tag team match here, and Danny Limelight interfering at ringside makes me particularly hot, especially with everything that's on the line.
And just when we thought we were going to have the Young Goats double teaming, it's the other way. He slices, he dices, you pay the street tax, and you pack your bags.
Very
Here
good
are
contest.
your winners, and still United World Tag Team Champions, the Bodega.
Boy, wild finish to this one, guys. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, I
Brought to you
wanna
by
see
Car
that.
Shield, and here it is. That 450, and there you can see Danny Limelight getting involved.
Very slick, experienced maneuver there by Danny Limelight, always knowing what's at stake, where he is at ringside, and that's the Bodega right there.
And then not only that, not just a leg drop, he had that insurance policy, that protection, that shin guard turned around to the calf, and absolutely laid out the opposition.
I'll tell you, if Zay Washington hit that 450, we would have new United World Tag Team Champions, and they'd be headed back to Memphis, Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, Dustin, this is probably the most tested I've ever seen the Bodega in a tag team match. Your boys did not come to play.
More title action coming your way. We'll be back.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome to Fightin' 60. I'm Josh Chernoff. Let's take a quick look at everything Fight has to offer this week in the world of pro wrestling. This week kicks off on Tuesday, January 4th at 3 a.m. Eastern with the two-day event of New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 16 from the historic Tokyo Dome in Japan, and can be purchased as a bundle, saving a quarter of the price. Of course, day 2 comes to you on January 5th at 3 a.m. Eastern. On Friday, January 7th, VXS versus No Peace Underground, Already Dead, comes to you live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we wrap up the week with some major action as Impact Wrestling presents Hard to Kill 2022, live at 8 p.m. Eastern. As always, check Fight.tv for availability and time in your market, as well as our wide array of free content each and every day. I'm Josh Chernoff, and this has been Fight in 60.
And now, from the center stage in Atlanta, Georgia, this is your main event of the evening, and it is for the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Championships.
You feel that, Johnny? It's a big fight feel.
feel. It's a destructive fight feel as one of the most dominant tag teams in professional wrestling is now here at the Center Stage Studio, The Awakening.
Big Con and Vic are definitely putting the big in big fight feel for sure.
They know what it's like to hold gold, the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions in history. 364 days of destruction throughout their career, and they're looking to do just that tonight to take home some tag team gold. Cannot wait. They've had a stranglehold on the United World Tag Team titles for almost a full calendar year. And there's interesting combinations here. We have 3 members here of the Bodega. 2 right now are competing, Alyssa.
2 right now, as you can see, Slice Boogie, a little bit of a late comer to the Bodega, but served a crucial role in securing the tag team titles for Danny Limelight and Papo Esco. He's here to defend with Limelight tonight.
And they wanted everyone to know that they flew in from LAX, if you know what I'm saying. Danny Limelight, Slice Boogie, the United World Tag Team Champions, the Bodega. Let's kick it to Bryce Boudreaux.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, they are the challengers at a combined weight of 525 pounds. The team of Vic the Space Lord and Big Con, the Awakening. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 410 pounds, they are the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Champions, Slice Boogie, Danny Limelight, the Bodega!
Where you can get anything you want, including a beatdown.
Yeah, we've heard the words of the Bodega.
We've also heard the Bodega say that they like to win ugly, right? Well, it may be the ugliest day of their life when they step into the ring now with the Awakening. This is a thrash and bruise type of team.
By any means necessary, that's how the Bodega lives, but that's exactly what it's going to take when you're up against such an imposing tag team who's so decorated, who have dominated everywhere they've gone, like the Awakening.
Bodega also involved a crowbar in them securing the United World Tag Team Championship. So what is it going to take to retain them against the Awakening?
Couple of points out of that. One, you said that Slice Boogie came to the team late. Well, it was better late than never because it was Boogie with the crowbar that gave them the Tag Team Championship.
This is very true.
Whether it was underhanded or not, calculated and effective, they're holding the gold.
But here's the deal. This is a trio. Normally, they are without a member of that team and Papa Esco. How does that change the game here for Boogie and Limelight?
I mean, that remains to be seen. You know, King Fat Boy is very proud to be tag team champion. You have to feel that, you know, Slice Boogie and Danny Limelight are feeling a little bit of pressure here.
Where is the King tonight?
I have no idea. He doesn't talk to me.
Oh, I wouldn't even try to get a word in with him. Oh, no, thank you.
Come on, we're journalists, guys. We ask the hard questions.
Well, look, Papa Esco, clearly confident in Slice Boogie and Danny Limelight. They're newest members of LAX, although repping New York City every chance they get.
If you are Limelight and you are in there with the 6'2", with Vic, the Space Lord, the strategy cannot be to match strength. It's got to be stick and move. Limelight's going to have to use speed to his advantage here.
Oh, no question. Look, we talk about, by any means necessary with the Bodega, but Danny Limelight, truly one of the most explosive and agile athletes in professional wrestling right now, but he has ticked off Vic.
Yeah, Danny looking a little bit shaken, a little rough around the edges right now. Not something we're used to seeing from the Radioactive Poppy.
Speaking of which, who would have expected Danny Limelight to yell out, "Play by the rules"?
Of all people.
Well, look, we know how intelligent the Bodega is, and there's a reason. They're skyrocketing in their careers right now. There's a reason they're the United Tag Team Champions. But the Awakening looking to make a little bit of history tonight.
A little bit of athleticism there from Vic.
The radioactive Poppy, a little too quick, a little too elusive there. Uh-oh!
I started to say that Limelight was trying to get under the skin of Vic there, but Vic just left a handprint
Tag
on his skin instead.
Limelight's had enough, and now Slice Boogie. If there is a straight-up brawler of the Bodega, we're looking at him.
We 100% are, and I gotta say, I haven't seen Boogie this fired up since someone tried to offer him pizza in St. Louis.
Okay, explain that.
Okay.
Apparently, as a New Yorker, you have to be very specific about pizza.
At least this New Yorker is very specific about pizza, and don't cross him when it comes to a good Queen-style slice.
And now Big Con has entered the contest, and it's very rare, Gilbert, to see Slice Boogie not the bigger competitor in the ring.
Con 6'5", 275. And again, you have the Bodega, who's, well, let's just say, familiar with all the rules because they break them, complaining about breaking rules.
Well, Slice almost got his face broken there by Big Con.
You really gonna tell this monster?
Like running into a brick wall.
A wall that hits back. Oh my God! Listen to that shot by Boogie, having little effect on Big Con.
Yeah, Con looking relatively unfazed. Oh my goodness!
Whoa. So just to be clear, when Boogie chopped, it was like the crack of a whip, and it sounded like it hurt. But when Con chopped, it's like a thud.
Well, like at this point, it appears Plan A, B, and C for the Bodega thus far failing. As now, the Awakening, this is their bread and butter. Slicing the ring in half, stomping away on their opponents, completely neutralizing Danny Limelight, and going to work on Slice Boogie.
And you got to imagine there's got to be so much
Tag.
frustration in the mind of Danny Limelight as he's watching Slice Boogie at the hands of the Awakening.
I can't stress enough, this is a championship match, and could the titles be slipping away
Vic
here?
into a cover, does not hook the leg. Slice able to kick out at 2, but Gilbert now tag here to Danny Limelight. You're really seeing the cohesion of a veteran team like the Awakening.
The Awakening, as you mentioned, the longest reign tag team champions in NXT. 364 days.
Well, the officials blatantly seeing the interference here by Slice Boogie, but Danny Limelight capitalizes with a flatliner into a cover here. Oh, Vic able to kick out, but just like that, the Bodega in control.
We develop quality citizens who keep our core, our country, and our communities side by side on the winning side. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at Marines.com.
Tonight, Nature Boy Ric Flair and Car Shield team up against the expensive Car Repair Brothers for the championship belt.
Woo! Let me go on record and say Nature Boy and Car Shield will eliminate expensive car repairs when you're the greatest alive, the heavyweight champion, and have Car Shield as your partner, you can't lose. Woo! Expensive car repairs? Ric Flair and Car Shield are coming for you. Woo! Car Shield cars go farther.
Call 800-952-1286.
Welcome back to our main event on Championship Wrestling presented by Car Shield. Oh, throughout the commercial break, Alyssa, the Bodega, continuing to go to work on Vic as Slice Boogie tagging back in.
But really, just those momentary distractions from Slice Boogie, taking that little bit of advantage with our official, maybe just enough to throw Vic off his game.
Well, Vic showing tons of grit here, but Slice Boogie, the hard striker, into a cover, and Vic able to keep his team alive and the hopes of tag team gold alive.
Not a position that you're used to seeing the Awakening in. This is a team that really likes to control and dictate the pace.
Oh,
not used to being overpowered.
The official didn't quite see the cover at first. That gave Buck a little bit more time to recover.
But that split second, could we have seen new United World Tag Team Champions?
It's entirely possible as Slice Boogie now. Oh, and Danny Limelight. We talk about synchronicity as Limelight tags back in. Look at the Bodega. A drop kick to the face of Big Con, and now Boogie with the elbow. Limelight immediately into a cover. No.
And there's a very interesting kind of synchronicity that comes from people that aren't necessarily your family, but friendship that is so strong, it feels like family.
And if you talk to the Bodega, that is what bonded them. They're not all from the same. They're not all from the Queens or from the Bronx.
Different boroughs, which is,
that Puerto Rican heritage that has bonded them almost like blood.
Also, rougher upbringings, all three of the Bodega, enough to bond them, to know the struggles they've been through, to know how they can keep elevating one another.
And we can't underestimate the tutelage of Conan, the longtime leader of LAX. But Vic, with a little bit of an opening, can he get Big Con back in the matchup? And he does! And now the 300-pound monster truck just flattening Danny Limelight. Things have taken a turn towards the awakening rather quickly.
Like a fly on a windshield on the beach. Danny Limelight is in a dangerous place at the hands of Big Con.
Bill throw.
Big Con
That's a grown man being tossed around the ring.
All the
like
way back to LAX here is Big Con picking up some steam, full speed ahead.
Oh, no.
Not sure Slice knows where he's at, and now he certainly doesn't. Well, hold on. Big Con.
This is not going to end well for Danny Limelight.
A gorilla press Limelight.
Basic laws of physics, what goes up must come down.
Plummeting on top of Slice Boogie, and we may be close to new tag team champions.
Could you imagine the shakeup in the United Wrestling Network if we would have new tag team champs here tonight in the Awakening?
The Bodega has been unstoppable since December of 2020. Could tonight be the night that their reign ends?
Oh, Slice Boogie taking advantage right into the pole. Hold on a second. Some kind of powder.
How do you like to win?
The official at his back turn. Limelight into the cover. No, come on.
Ugly.
Here are your winners and still United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Champions, the Bodega.
They stole it.
The sad thing is, I'm not surprised that it was something dastardly and underhanded at the hands of the Bodega that led them to retain their titles tonight.
Stealing is the understatement of the century. The distraction, sending Big Con into the post. Danny Limelight not only using the powder, then using the tights. And the Bodega, they talk all about winning ugly. Case in point, still your United World Tag Team Champions. What a main event we had tonight. We will see you next week on Championship Wrestling, presented by Car Shield.
Welcome back to Championship Wrestling, presented by Car Shield. What a spectacular day of action we've had for you so far here today, with the main event coming up next. If you're a fan of tag team wrestling, then today was the episode for you, because we've taken a look back at the Bodega successfully defending the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Championships all across the United Wrestling Network, starting our day off in Hollywood, where the Bodega successfully defended the straps against the problem child Aaron Roberts and the chosen one Zay Washington, the Young Goats. And then we hopped over to Atlanta at Center Stage, where the Bodega successfully defended against the former WWE stars, the Awakening, back then known as the Extinction, but proved to not be strong enough to capture the gold away from the Bodega. And coming up next in our main event, the Bodega once again defending the tag team titles, this time at Prime Time Live at Commerce Casino in the Ballroom, against a team that's fresh off a new hit single, Heat Street. Along with Guy Tweakazetti, it's Midnight Heat getting their opportunity at the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team titles. It's the main event, and it's up next.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
People ask Nature Boy, why do you love Car Shield so much? I say because I choose my mechanic and coverage. That includes towing and roadside assistance. Expensive car repairs can kiss my woo!
Oh boy. Guy Tweakassetti all kinds of fired up because his tandem, the Midnight Heat, with another shot at the United World Tag Team titles. And have the Midnight Heat ever had more momentum than they have right now?
Well, have they ever said no to another shot? I don't think they or Guy Tweakassetti ever had, and they'll be ready to party if they're able to cash in on this and become the new tag team champions.
And here we see the reigning defending United World Tag Team Champions, La Bodega. It looks like it's gonna be Danny Limelight, Slice Boogie, Joaquin. You spent some time with these guys. So impressive.
Yeah, you can call them the tag team champions. You can call them the Bodega. I call them Migente because we are pals.
Wow. Kayate.
Migente? Migente, Joaquin. Danny Limelight would slap the taste out of your mouth to hear you say it like that.
I think I would know.
Well, you know what? You might have a point there.
Got Papo Esco out there. He casts a big shadow as well. High stakes main event here for the United World Tag Team titles. Should be a good one here to set the stage. Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. Being accompanied to the ring by Guy Tweakassetti. At a combined weight of 400 pounds, rockin' Ricky Gibson and Precious Eddie Pearl, the Midnight Heat. And introducing their opponents, being accompanied to the ring by Papo Esco. At a combined weight of 422 pounds, they are the United World Tag Team Champions, the King of the Concrete Jungle, Slice Boogie, and the radioactive puppy, Danny Limelight, the Bodega!
The Bodega have been so impressive as champions, no matter what roster they put into effect. They've held the titles coming up on one full calendar year, getting close. And we'll see if Midnight Heat is up to the test. I talked about the momentum Midnight Heat has had lately, gentlemen. I think back to a recent match on Primetime Live. They defeated, oh, look out here, Bodega attacking at the bell. Midnight Heat defeated PP Ray. What a statement win that was. But they're in trouble early here.
Statement win for Midnight Heat, but Bodega are the ones making a statement right now.
Man.
Well, fastball special, Slice Boogie and Danny Limelight there. Midnight Heat are reeling from the jump here.
Oh, you're never safe. Look out here.
Elevation
Tornillo.
sensation.
Tornillo to the outside. Sensation indeed. Limelight is just that. This guy has made such a name for himself really, we saw the maturation of Danny Limelight in the United Wrestling Network. He is a huge star all over the globe. Slice Boogie, the bully, he's been taking people out and leaving a wake of destruction as well.
The Bodega, they can either fly and beat you in the air, or Slice Boogie can punch you right in the mouth. You talk about momentum. These guys have just been dominant.
Been so dominant in their ability, as you sort of speaking to, the ability to change styles mid-match has been such an advantage for the Bodega. You see the damage big time from Slice Boogie. What a merciless German suplex that was.
King of the concrete jungle, all kinds of fired up. Caught him with the German suplex, and now that big kick. Nowhere to go but down for precious Eddie Pearl. Oh, but look at that, good tandem teamwork there. Looking for the double clothesline, nobody home. And another big shot by Slice, dividing and conquering.
As they throw the Midnight Heat into the ring, the snap on Slice Boogie going back and forth, pillar to post against these two. I don't know if Midnight Heat has a plan that they can use to get the upper hand.
Oh, well, there you see it right there. Low bridge. Bad fall for Boogie right there into the bottom turnbuckle. Looks like he caught heavily on the right eye.
Oh, history to be made. Looking for the cover here is Pearl. I love that drop down, and it forced, I don't know that I've ever seen that. It forced the King of the Concrete Jungle right into that turnbuckle and has really turned the tide. And, you know, so innovative when it comes to tandem offense. Look at that right there. The knee was up at Gibson. They know how to hurt you. They know how to work together.
They do work together incredibly well. It's why they've been so successful. Like I said, I'm not one to play favorites, but I've got to think that the Bodega, though, are going to be able to show them what real teamwork looks like.
Well, so far at every turn when they have defended it, they've been able to answer the challenge, whether that's winning ugly, whatever they have to do to get it done, they have. But right now, Slice Boogie is in the worst kind of way.
Masters of double teaming, Midnight Heat. And they, as I mentioned, they took out a couple Masters in Peter Avalon and Ray Rosas. Nobody home for the elbow drop there for Eddie Pearl. Looking to make the tag as Slice Boogie. He's just a fraction of an inch away, but, well, playing the whammy bar there, or the arm bar, was Pearl and got him right back into harm's way.
May have been just a few inches, may have been miles at that point. Wasn't able to make the tag here, and now Midnight Heat, contrary to what I was saying, looks to be in control.
They are tag team specialists in their own right, and really going back to that drop down and Boogie taking that nasty spill into the bottom turnbuckle, he's not been able to get right. He really needs to get Limelight into this matchup.
You're right. I mean, might be trying to clear the cobwebs, might not have all those mental faculties. Drop toe hold. In comes Pearl with the senton, and that's going to bring in Danny Limelight. And that tells me, guys, that Limelight knows that the tag team title reign of the Bodega is in jeopardy.
It's something that, you know, Midnight Heat, they like to have fun, but if you look at the faces of all of them right now, even Guy Tweakacetti on the outside, they are focused. They are serious. They know just how dangerous the Bodega is, and they're not playing any games. They came to win.
These teams know each other very well. Midnight Heat don't want to let this opportunity slip away to become the new tag team champions.
And it might be their last opportunity for the foreseeable future. It might be back to the bottom of the pack. They've had opportunities in the past, didn't get it done. Oldest trick in the book, but one of the best. Good old-fashioned thumb to the eye.
Thumb to the eye of perhaps an already damaged eye of Slice Boogie.
You hate to see teams take shortcuts, but I guess when you're in there with someone like the Bodega, you have to.
Right now, the challengers are in control. Reversal here by Slice Boogie. High elevation backdrop. We've got to go to a break. Our tag team title match rages on right after this.
Welcome to Fightin' 60. I'm Josh Chernoff. Let's take a quick look at everything Fight has to offer this week in the world of pro wrestling. This week kicks off on Tuesday, January 4th at 3 a.m. Eastern with the two-day event of New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 16 from the historic Tokyo Dome in Japan, and can be purchased as a bundle, saving a quarter of the price. Of course, day 2 comes to you on January 5th at 3 a.m. Eastern. On Friday, January 7th, VXS versus No Peace Underground, Already Dead, comes to you live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we wrap up the week with some major action as Impact Wrestling presents Hard to Kill 2022, live at 8 p.m. Eastern. As always, check Fight.tv for availability and time in your market, as well as our wide array of free content each and every day. I'm Josh Chernoff, and this has been Fight in 60.
At CarShield, we want our employees to be themselves.
Where's my yogurt? Woo! How'd that taste?
But at the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
CarShield's doing it better than anybody else alive. They're the money-saving, roadside assistant, son-of-a-guns protecting you from expensive car breakdowns. CarShield cars go farther. Woo!
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back, everybody. United Wrestling Network Tag Team titles up for grabs, and throughout the break, dividing, conquering. It's been a 2-on-1 situation as Midnight Heat has completely isolated Slice Boogie and continue to do so.
It has been all Midnight Heat. Slice Boogie, he was able to momentarily create some space, but never enough to make a tag, and now Cover could be new champions. Slice Boogie still able to just get that shoulder up, but look at his face, racked in pain.
No doubt, and Jack, we know how tough Slice Boogie is, but I mean, it has been a 2-on-1 beatdown for the better part of 5 minutes now.
It's a testament to how tough Slice Boogie really is. You got Midnight Heat, one of the best tag teams going right now, both doing damage, not able to put him away, but there's only so much a human can take.
Well, turnabout was fair play. Slice Boogie, a handful of Eddie Pearl's hair to try and just get any type of separation, but now it's Ricky Gibson. Won't have that issue with him unless he grabs the beard.
We talk about the Midnight Heat pulling out all the stops. He just pulled out all the stomps. Did Ricky Gibson, the foot stomps, even everything in their arsenal to try and take down and keep down the king of the concrete jungle.
You know, maybe they're finding out that they're going to need to come up with something new. All the tricks in the book may not be enough. They may need to write a new page to that book if they're going to beat someone like Slice, Boogie, and Danny Limelight.
Well, right now, it's just, you know, they've isolated Slice. It's the tag team titles.
Oh.
It's been a handicap match until that beautiful leg trip. But look at that. Catches him. Again, nullifying the tag here, James.
Yeah, holding on for dear life, just like we saw Eddie Pearl earlier in the match. They have a game plan. You're seeing the continuity of Midnight Heat on full display. Slice Boogie essentially defenseless.
He was on that elbow shot, and it was to the back of the head. And
it's just lying lifeless.
Yeah, it's the shot you don't see coming. You get hit in the brainstem, it can turn
champ.
the lights out. New champ's coming. Here we go. Only a count of 2.
Surprised that Limelight didn't jump in there to break up the cover. I mean, look at Slice Boogie. You see him trying to move the fingers. He's trying to get any sort of signs of life going back in there.
Yeah, I mean, that was an execution-style elbow there, Jack.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if that was instinct that got Slice Boogie to kick out of that one. And I just have to think it's how he's able to even keep track of where he is in the ring right now, even as a tag team specialist, has got to be tricky being spun around and beat down so much.
More frequent tags. Look at this. We got Pearl back in there, more double teaming, and all Danny Limelight can do. He's an amazing athlete, but all he can do is look on. He's been a spectator in this thing for quite some time. Look out here. Slice Boogie has got all kinds of heart and willpower. Double drop kick. Dividing, conquer. He picked up the 7-10 split.
Maybe just a little bit more than instinct is still kicking in Slice Boogie. Can he make the tag to Limelight? Now he can.
Oh, man. Pace is going to quicken here, Jack.
Here comes the radioactive Poppy flying all over the place as he goes to the top rope, walks him, and now he finds himself diving to the outside.
Put on the brakes, called the audible, and went after Rockin' Ricky. Boy, the movement of Danny Limelight, just kinetic motion, extraordinaire snap, German suplex, and this thing has turned in a big way.
Perfect form, and I think you talk about calling the audible and going after Ricky Gibson. I think Limelight knows that it's him against the world in there right now. He's got to deal with both. Midnight cover, could retain here. Now you see from the backside comes Ricky Gibson.
And that's why Limelight did attack Gibson to keep that from happening in that save, but I guess just didn't get quite enough of him. Gibson back in, double teaming on the way. They might think they're looking power ballad. Power ballad, how many matches have they won? What is Tweakazetti doing?
Get guy out of there. Yeah, what is
Come
this?
on,
What is
here.
going on?
We've got Fame out here. Fame has made their way to ringside. Well, Guy Tweakazetti gets caught.
Intercepted.
Crowd surfing.
Yeah, look at him. He looks like he's having, I think he thinks he's at a concert.
He takes a shot at Braxton, and now Tweakazetti, rough seas for the party captain. Now he runs into Papo Esco.
From bad to worse. Oh,
boy.
And now Esco's found himself in a fight that he didn't anticipate.
Action outside, inside, just unpredictable. And back in, look at this now, back inside the ring.
That's Papo, though, always finds a way to get into a fight.
Now look, Ricky.
Yeah, back to our regularly scheduled tag team title match, and now it's a double team the other way by the champions, the Bodega. Look at this. Wow.
Eddie Pearl is out. Retention from the Bodega. No, there's Tweakazetti.
What is this? What is this guy doing?
Bodega had the match won.
This was over. It was over. What? And now it's Slice Boogie all over Tweakazetti, the official. I mean,
What's he even doing out on the outside?
Tweakazetti, look out. And now, oh my goodness, look at this. Danny Limelight's got the brass knucks. He's put a lot of people away with those.
I don't think we need to look at that. We need to look out on the outside here. What?
Somehow, Eddie Pearl able to, I think Limelight, maybe just a glancing blow, didn't catch him with the nuts.
Well, now the official sees it. The official sees it. And allowing some leniency with the titles on the line, elects not to disqualify Limelight because he didn't make contact, but Eddie Pearl sure as heck did.
Did you hear that? Belt off the skull.
No, my goodness.
No.
Oh my goodness, not this way. Whoa!
Not this. Shenanigans. I call
Here is your winners and new United World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Heat.
Whole lot of moving parts in this one. What was Fame doing out there, first and foremost? And I know they mixed it up in the interview set earlier, and then you saw Danny Limelight trying to do what it took with the brass knuckles. That got nullified, and then how about this shot with the title?
The Bodega have been all about winning ugly throughout their tag team title reign, but somehow Midnight Heat were able to beat them at their own game. Don't have to like it, doesn't look pretty in the box score, but we have new tag team champions in Midnight Heat.
Yeah, collecting gold is their business. Business is good. We've seen them defend the Defy World Tag Team titles on Primetime Heat, and now they've got the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team titles as well. Heat on the street.
It'll be a party all night long.
Oh man, if the odds of rockin' don't come a knockin', and almost one full calendar year, guys, for the Bodega.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jack Farmer get beaten
your
at their own
new
game.
tag team champion, the Midnight Heat. We're gonna party all night, and we're not coming down until the sun goes up, baby.
Well, I don't like the way you said that the Bodega defended dirty. I think what we need to think about is what just happened here and how Midnight Heat cheated to get these championships.
History has been made. However, we'll see you next week on Championship Wrestling. Unreal.